Hi, this is Stacie. Welcome back. You're watching Coffee Talk with Stacie.
What do you want from me? I'm not America's sweetheart. So beat the drum with me.
So today's Monday, and we're going to talk about some of the stuff that happened over the weekend. First, I want to say goodbye to Erin Moran, who played Joni Cunningham on Happy Days. I was very sad to hear that she had stage 4 cancer and no one knew about it. She hid her life, and that was really sad. She did have her husband who was with her every step of the way, which was really sweet, but I think it's sad that her Happy Days family didn't know anything about what she was going through. I know that Ron Howard reached out, and obviously after the fact, and was sad to know that he had no idea. Unfortunately, Scott Baio said some other things, which has been a huge controversial issue. I'm not going to comment on that. I just want Erin's family to know that she's at peace now, and her memory will always be kept alive with watching Happy Days and Joni Loves Chachi. Not a huge sports fan, but there was a game at Fenway Park between the Red Sox and the Cubs, and there was an issue where runner was coming in, slid into home. The ump called him out. They thought he was safe. They had to watch the video, decided he was safe. The ump, didn't call it right. However, that wasn't the big scandal of the evening. Apparently, the real issue was on the scoreboard. A man decided to propose to his girlfriend and did it across the board. And she said no. I'm thinking, if you're going to propose in such a public way, you should really make sure she's going to say yes. Anyway, let's move on. So we've all heard the news that Kelly Ripa, live with Kelly, and now Ryan Seacrest. I did not see that coming. I love Ryan Seacrest. I do. Did not see him with Kelly Ripa. I think he's funny. I do. I love Ryan Seacrest. I was hoping for more like a Neil Patrick Harris. I mean, but good luck, Ryan. Good luck, Kelly. I wish you well. In the news, there was something like, do you know what Prince William and Kate order for takeout? I was so excited that I went past it because I don't care. And I'm not really sure why that's news. I mean, does anybody care what I order for takeout? Anyway, so April the Giraffe, baby boy, finally has a name. I'm not sure how everybody else feels about April the Giraffe, or the idea of her son finally having a name. But anyway, the name is Tajiri, or Tajiri, Tajiri. And I saw that over the weekend you could cast your vote. They had like the top 10 names, and which, by the way, this was not one of the names, but there were the top like 10 names, and you can choose and you can vote. and it would cost you $1 to vote. So imagine all of those people who voted and paid $1 to vote, and surprise, whoever you voted for, this wasn't even the, this name wasn't one of the ones that were on the list. But I have to be honest with you, the whole April, the giraffe and the birth and the whole, I found that to be very overrated. But just my opinion. So there's going to be a Roseanne reboot. Now, I used to love watching Roseanne, and I'm not even sure how long it was on the air for, but I know I did not watch the last season. But I'm told that, she won the lottery and this and that, and really, in fact, it was all a dream or something, but Dan actually died. However, with this reboot, I'm hearing that John Goodman is in fact coming back, and Roseanne Barr and Laurie Metcalf and Sarah Gilbert. So I'm interested in finding out how Dan Connor, aka John Goodman, is going to suddenly live. So I think I will watch the last season before this reboot happens. I am very interested to find out which Becky they're going to use. Becky 1, Becky 2, or maybe there'll be a new Becky 3. I haven't heard anything about that, so I find that interesting. I found something on the internet, which I know things are different from when I went to school. And I know that as a whole, the country really wants to see our children succeed, and they want different expectations of how things were. Although I feel that I had a good education when I was a kid, I have a college degree now, so I think I'm pretty educated. But there was a homework assignment for a kindergartner. And this mom was trying to help her daughter figure it out because she didn't know the answer. And I think sometimes as a parent, we all kind of feel dumb if we can't figure out our child's kindergarten homework. So I was taking a look at it. Now, as I said, I have a college degree. I have a college degree in English with a minor in psychology. And I looked at this paper. And I really had no idea what the answer was. So it was a paper, and it had 4 pictures on it. And the top said, practicing with T's. And the first picture was a picture of a bathtub. So the answer was tub. The second picture was the number 10. So 10. The third picture was like a spin top. So top. And the last picture was a mama rabbit, a set of 2 rabbits over here, and a set of 2 baby rabbits, and 2 baby rabbits over here. So what is the answer? Well, Mom didn't know, so she posted it on Facebook. And then, of course, it went viral. And people were saying, well, obviously the answer is twins. 2 groups. And I thought, oh, okay, maybe, but okay. That makes sense because all the other 3 started with T. Because immediately I thought, well, rabbit. But then again, the other 3 started with T, so that didn't make sense. We had all different kinds of answers. Mom and child decided in the end that they were going to put pet. And I thought, pretty logical. Sure, you have a rabbit as a pet. Why not? And the way that the picture was shown was Mama Rabbit. Next to Mama Rabbit was a bowl with a carrot, and okay, pet. So she gets the paper back, and the teacher writes, okay. Well, we know when the teacher writes okay, it's really not okay. So Mom wanted to know what was the correct answer, and the correct answer was vet. How do you get vet from pets? From, not pets, I apologize, rabbits. How do you get vet? Then Mom also explained that the next day there was a page where it showed a man, and the letter was K. It showed a man, and then, I guess, family. So the family was supposed to be kin, like that was his kin, but the man's name was supposed to be Ken. So I guess if you put Keith or Kevin or Cody, or you were wrong, because the answer was Ken. How is this helping our education? I'm a little confused. If you had they read Barbie and Ken, and she said this goes according to the book, I would completely understand that the answer is Ken. But how do you give an assignment to children with just a man and say, we're practicing K's, and the answer, and the only answer, is Ken? I mean, if she put Tom down, I would say, well, of course the answer's wrong. It's supposed to start with K. I'm a little baffled by our school system. I would love to hear your opinions on, or your experiences maybe, on what you've experienced in school, or what your children have experienced in school that is a similar situation like this, where it just doesn't make sense. Because I'm curious, like, I never had that in school. When I was in school, it was pretty direct at a question and what the answer is, not some animals, and the answer is vet. I don't understand that. I don't know. But the good news is I've decided I'm moving to the UK. Would you like to know why? They have a new gym, and you know, I like the gym, as you can see. No, seriously. They have what's called a 60-minute class called Nappercise. Not kidding. It is 45 minutes of napping, 15 minutes of light stretching, and the light stretching is to refresh and renew you. They give you a bed and a blankie, and one of those what do you call them? The eye masks, and you have the perfect temperature in the room. It's all controlled, so that way, you know, it's very relaxed, so you can nap. And I'm reading this article thinking, are you serious? In the middle of the afternoon, you're going to take a nap? Really? Well, according to a college in Pennsylvania, Allegheny College, they did a study, and it proved that people who nap in the afternoon reduces stress. They're obviously they're more well rested. And then also a college in California, the University of California at Berkeley, also claimed that it boosted their learning ability. So I guess maybe we should have all the kids in school take a nap, including the teachers, and it'll help them with learning, and maybe it'll help with their teaching. No, I'm just kidding. Although I do like the idea of napping in the afternoon. I don't know about anybody else, but I would really enjoy that. So anyway, the other thing is, you know, we're getting to the end of the season of television shows, and I always get, I don't know if I would say excited, but I always like to find out, is my show coming back? Because, I love my shows. I have my favorite shows. As we know, this year was the last year of Bones. That's the end. Pretty Little Liars is, wrapping up now. And I'm very excited about that. Not excited that it ended, but just exciting that they're finally going to answer all the questions. But I did some of these shows I've never watched. Some of them I never even heard of, to be honest with you. But there were some shows that were called Doubt and Guilt. So if you have doubt or guilt, sorry, you're canceled. But you can have Lucifer walking around and that gets renewed. A little scary. Murder in the First is done with, but How to Get Away with Murder lives on. I guess if you can get away with it, you really don't need Murder in the First. Man Seeking Woman. Never watched it. Sounds a little interesting, but sorry, canceled. But things like Life in Pieces, holding strong. I kind of understand why Brain Dead was canceled. But, and Jane is still a virgin, and that is probably because Kevin can wait. Thank you, Jesus, for that. You know what I would really love to see? I would love to see Man with a Plan. I really never saw it, so I don't know what his plan is. But meet up with crazy ex-girlfriend and have Criminal Minds figure out what's going on. Who killed who did what, what's this major plan. And if there's any kind of Navy involvement, we're going to grab Gibbs, we're going to grab Hetty. They can jump in, offer assistance. If things get out of control, we'll give a call to Chicago. Boyd will take care of anybody, lock them in that, cell downstairs. If, the bad guy makes it to court, I have faith in Barba, Bull, and Peter Stone. They'll make sure they won't get away with murder. I want to say that tomorrow is going to be, is actually Hot Topic Tuesday. And tomorrow we're going to actually be talking about bullying. I was watching over the weekend, and there was an incident that happened that I will be talking about tomorrow, but that actually just completely disgusted me. But also, 13 Reasons Why, originally, a book by Jay Asher, and it went into a TV series. And that has been a pretty big controversial issue right now. And that we're going to talk about tomorrow. Not sure how you viewers see things, but it's going to be a very interesting topic. And bullying in general is a huge issue in everyone's lives today. From tweens, up to, elderly, honestly. And it's not just bullying. I think, we have to add suicide into that. So that's something that we're going to talk about tomorrow. But as for today, that's all I have for you. So thanks again for watching. Please remember to like, comment, share. And again, I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks again for watching. God bless everybody.
Do you want